On spectating illuminated tires on light cycles in 2025 film Tron Ares in a movie theater. Today is Saturday, 25 October 2025, and I've seen Tron Ares in a movie theater, 3 showings spanning 3 different days in October 2025. And so here I, Tanis, she, her, hers of Seattle, provide my take on spectating illuminated tires on light cycles in the film Tron Ares, 2025 film, Tron Ares. And the light cycles were a vehicle similar to a motorcycle with partially illuminated tires and body and a fuel source of an orb of condensed light, like sunlight. 1:30 p.m. showing I attended at Regal Cinebarre Mountlake on Friday, 24 October 2025, yesterday, was part of, or a 1:30 p.m. showing I attended at Regal Cinebarre Mountlake on Friday, 24 October 2025, is part of spending a day at the cinema. Yes, so I'm going to go through, and this is an individualized reflection video, and I was like, since I've seen this a couple times before, I have a cup from each one of the times. So this cup currently has cheese pizza that I got from my, it was a different, something from what I had ordered before at the Regal Cinebarre Mountlake. And so it goes into my 12 October 2025 viewing cup. And then I have a cup from my 20 October 2025 viewing. And then I have a cup from yesterday, which is a 3 in a row day at the cinema, 24 October 2025. So that one is one that I did. I used a cup of water for each showing. And it did make all 3 movies. And so the menu item that I had this time was The Hunt for the Red Hot and Blue Bacon. And it was beef, so I get with fries. And so it was a 6-ounce beef patty, Angus beef, and it had blue cheese and bacon and hot sauce and some veggies. And then there was also, it came with a side of fries. And so that is going to go into the corresponding cup. And these are items, so if I want to come up with something from what I've already had, this is the second time I'm constructing a cup. So there we go. So I have decided to call the tires illuminated tires because essentially there's this big, it looks kind of like a motorcycle, and has really big tires, and there's on each of the only 2, one in front, one in back, and there's a big hole in the middle, so it's different than like modern day, existent vehicles in that sense of it's fueled by a condensed light orb, like sunlight kind of light, as the energy source for the light cycle. They're called light cycles. And so there's a big illumination kind of ring for each tire, and that gives at the very least an illusion of rotating as the vehicle is moving. And so I've decided to call it a tire for that reason, illuminated tires. And it's very cool, and they were used in the 2010 film Tron Legacy, and they had in that movie there was like white and yellow and orange and red, and they, I watched 2010 film Tron Legacy a lot, and I did not see it in theaters, and that was one thing. I watched it so much on my computer, and then I kind of died off and watching it. I kind of like stepped away from it in 2014. I was like, which is when Jared Leto steps, up to it for the Tron Ares project. At a couple level, we perfectly segued to each other. Okay, there we go. But in that one, there was white and yellow and orange and red. And I've talked previously about how I would want to build one like how they were kind of displayed in Tron Legacy, where it starts off the size of a flashlight and then it opens into this vehicle. And or does it change how much I want to build one of the 2010 Tron Legacy vehicles? No, it stays the same. I want to build one for myself and perhaps my Jared Leto. But I watched that one so much, 2010 film Tron Legacy, that I was like, I would love if they make another Tron. It would be a dream come true to see it on the big screen, like in a movie theater. And it would be even more, it'd be bonus, you know, icing on the cake, and I love frosting. If they had this vehicle in it, and they did. So it was a double dream, but a dream plus bonus come true. And the tie-in for food for this one is, was there a lure, since I saw this movie 3 times in theaters and I ordered a different food item each time, was there a lure, the light cycle, this vehicle, dependent on what menu item I ate during the showing? Yes, actually it was. They were most captivating when I ordered the burger and fries. I'm not entirely certain what that is, but I was like, it was a menu item that actually, I would say, in eating and watching, actually like helped me stay tuned into the light cycle more as I ate, if that makes any sense. It was like the perfect pairing for me, the flawless pairing for me and the movie, for like me on like just being captivated by the vehicle on screen. So I had, and that was the burger and fries I described. I also did a cheese pizza on one viewing, and then a margarita pizza on another, the Margarita and Me. And that one was cheese and tomato, and they were missing the basil. So I was like, but yeah, so that was part of my low blood pressure journey. This was, for me anyway, was, you know, the blood pressure ties with the heart, and the heart blood flow, and like tunedness and different things, like can be like, if one's, for me, this is my blood pressure journey, my blood pressure can like kind of activate different like settings, so to speak, in my functioning. So it was like that particular menu item went with me being more tuned into the light cycles. So I was on spectating illuminated tires on light cycles in 2025 film Tron Ares in a movie theater, and they were a dream come true to get to see them in a movie theater. Thank you, Jared Leto et al., for making that come true. And in Regal Cinebarre.